Hello, everyone. I just want to give you a brief introduction about our new product for skin whitening and anti-aging. Actually, this product is not launched yet. It's going to be launched in beginning of next year in Asia. So it's really new technology and a new concept. The product I'm going to talk about is hydroxycinnamic acid, HCA. Well, as Janine and everybody understand and just talk about skin whitening, it's a big thing for Asia. And even the US, before US don't talk about any of the skin whitening things, but now they starting talking about skin lightening. So in US, we don't say skin whitening, but we say lightening. Okay, the lightening means how you put your the glow onto your face. How do you reduce the skin darkness, the dark spots, age spots, etc. So main point is why your skin generating all this dark spots, age spots, etc. It's just because the skin hyperpigmentation problems. So let's see how I'm going to talk about later why the skin will generating the problem for hyperpigmentation. But from the American Academy of Dermatologists, estimate 5 to 6 million Americans will suffer from skin pigmentations. And throughout their life, in any of age of life, don't think you're over 50 will generating. If you're exposed to the sun, you're going to generating a lot of this kind of problems. So this have a profound negative impact on the person's social, emotion, and physical. Psychological well-being, and also leads to the skin disease like skin cancer. So the most common disease are melasma, vitiligo, and sololentino. Those kind of disease are very common throughout. Even I'm coming from U.S., but the U.S. has a lot of problems for this. In Asia, I believe the skin darkness is the key issue. That's why the people want to use the skin whitening product. And 90% of light skin Caucasians over the age of 50, they develop age spots. So for other nationalities, so Asian consumers are increasingly demand the skin whitening product and also willing to try for the mass product and also using prestigious product. So first of all, just take a quick look why and how the skin hyperpigmentation form. So we know that discoloration and hyperpigmentation are formed due to the excess of melanin. So why the skin surface develop the excess of melanin? It's during, especially when you're exposed to the UV ray, okay, or in the very tough environment. So you're through the exposure of those lights or UV rays, they stimulate your melanocytes underneath the skin. Actually, I'm going to talk about where the melanocyte sitting on, okay, into the different layers of your skin surface. So once they stimulate the melanocyte, and then they will continue to produce the melanins, and those melanins will all lifted to your surface of your skin and make the dark spot. So this is another further look how the melanin form and how the melanin synthesized in the melanocyte, and those melanocytes are found in the epidermal. It's epidermal basal layer. It's below the epidermis. Okay, But when you're strongly exposed to the sun, and these melanins can really move up right onto your surface and generating all the dark spots and age spots, etc. So our purpose is to find something can really inhibit the formation of melanins and to eliminating the keratinocyte to form the to generating excess melanins and lift onto your surface of the skin. So let me give you a very quick description of this technology. I'm talking about today, it's mainly for hydroxycinnamic acid, HCA. Actually, it's derived from the pure plant. And it was found that HCA has excellent antioxidant and actually excellent tyrosinase inhibition properties even for the even skin tone and treat pigmentation disorders such as age spots. So HCA4, I will talk later what is HCA4, okay? It's a patent-pending blend of hydroxycinnamic acid and solubilized in the ethoxy-diglycol and to assure the bioactivity and deliver it to the site of actions. So HCA4 is we're using a vehicle to deliver HCA onto the surface and also to make HCA much more bioactivity and more actually give you much better performance in terms of controlling the skin lightening, anti-aging, whitening, etc. So our in vivo study has clinically shown HCA4 to be more effective than kojic acid. We know I don't want to abuse any of the skin whitening technology, but a lot of people understand the kojic acid. They have irritation issues. Arbutin, it's also banded. A lot of product had a lot of issues for skin whitening, but we are trying to focus on how to resolve current skin whitening aging problems and to develop some products. It's much favorable for our Asian consumers. So HCA, it's a naturally occurring compound and with the free radical scavenger properties. It was found, actually, it's derived from the plant wall, okay? So if you see, it's a plant cell, all the plants, the plant cell, they have all different layers, okay? In the plant cell, HCA, we can find HCA as esters in all the plant cells. So it is naturally derived. And here is the product, okay? The product I'm going to talk about, it's really brief today because if somebody want to understanding more, you can talk to me later because I only have 20 minutes. So the inky name is PAC4-hydroxycinnamic acid, and the chemical name is 4-hydroxycinnamic acid. And I do believe it is registered in China dictionary. So here's the, and also it called coumaric acid, okay? If you look at the dictionary. So look at the chemical structures. I'm sorry, this doesn't work. Okay, this is the chemical structures. Okay, what is the property of lipobrite HCA4? Okay, it's a very high bioactivity and a very high effective. And it's a non-irritation and we showed a negative RAP test and eye irritation studies. And stable in the heat and light. This is really, really important. And most of a skin whitening product, they suffering from the light, the heat, and our product up to 2 years at extremely hot and light conditions, and still very stable, okay? And it's a pure compound. It's above 98%. And it's anti-mutagenic. It has protective properties and existing in the plant. It's HCA esters, okay? The major advantage for this product is the terracinous. It's great terracinous inhibitors that is 5 times more effective than compared with the kojic acid by in vitro studies. And the patented vehicle that exhibit enhanced skin penetration due to increased bioactivity. So our in vivo and also our in vivo study has clinically shown HCA4 to be more effective than kojic acid for inhibiting the terracinous in skin whitening. So HCA4 is a potent antioxidant, and it's showing the exhibiting the protective effect on the cell and biological tissues. And the most important thing is also it exhibits the minimum metabolism in the skin. So the first study is just showing it quickly to show the metabolism study. Okay, the human skin. This is just a summary because it's a very complete study. But I just gave you the summary. Okay, the human skin was it's homogenized in the it buffered silent and ethanol solution and in the test tube, and followed by addition of HCA solutions. So the mixtures was incubated at 37 degrees for 8 hours. So the sample was taken and at a predetermined time, and the top solutions, it's diluted and analyzed by HPLC. So the conclusion for the metabolism study is HCA underwent the minimum metabolism in the skin. So the study shows after 8 hours incubation with the skin enzymes, the percentage of HCA4 metabolized only 3.6%, and leave around 96% unmetabolized. And another study we're showing is the skin penetration study and enhancement for improved bio activities. This study is well known for the skin penetration study. It's well known for using the France diffusion cells. Okay, I believe this technology for all the skincare product we study for the skin penetration. Just briefly to talk about this, we have 2 experiments. The first experiment is the HCA only without vehicles. And the second experiment is HCA with PAC4. So the study conclusion is the deposition of HCA in the skin was elevated, actually was increased by 20% if we have the PAC4 used as a vehicle. So that's why we put chemically together with this compound in terms as a delivery vehicle and also as the increased bio activities. Okay, another study, this is a very, very important study, is the terracinous inhibition study. This is an in vitro study. Just to briefly introduce this methodologies, okay? The terracinous solution and test compound or control were mixed with the spectrophotometers cells and read by actually the output is the UV visible spectrometers, okay? So tyrosine was added. Actually, tyrosine is really the enzyme to deliver the melanins. So if you can reduce the amount of tyrosine, and then it will give you a much better skin whitening effect. Okay, this is related. So tyrosine was added and absorbance and it was rated continuously for 30 minutes. So the percentage of inhibition was calculated from the slope of the inhibition curve, and it was normalized to the control. So here's the result for the comparisons. If you look at the first circle, we compare with kojic acid at 0.04%. The inhibition of the tyrosines, you look at the kojic acid and HCA, it's much better than the kojic acid. However, at 0.01%, the second study, and also the last study, so at even the lower level, it shows much efficient than the kojic acid in terms of the inhibition. Okay, so it's about 4 or 5 times better. And here's the in vivo study. This is the Visia. Actually, we're using the Visia facial photography imaging analysis. And this imaging analysis is also pretty common in the US to study your skin conditions, your skin tones, the darkness, the age spots, etc. Okay? So this is to provide a live access to your skin property for your spots, pores, wrinkles, etc. And also you provide a visualized image and a quantitative assessment of your the skin parameters. It's not just visualized, but also has the numbers. We digitize the numbers to deliver, to give to the consumer to understand their own skin condition. Okay. And this is to look at the in terms of skin whitening and the brightening effect. If you look at on this side is the baseline, and after 8 weeks apply to the creams, the skin whitening creams, it shows a dramatically reduced. Look, the fluorescence part is the dark spots, okay, and they reduce the dark spots to almost 90% after 8 hours, okay? And this is a freckles. So a lot of people had freckles, and how do you're lightening the freckles. So you cannot really eliminating all these freckles, but you look at the freckles right on the baseline after 8 weeks, and it reduced dramatically for the freckles. The lightening. Actually, you cannot determine anymore. Okay, and this is the wrinkle and the redness. And we do, by the way, we do have a very thick studies and the data, all the quantitative numbers. I just show the picture here because I don't have a time to go through very deep study. But anybody want a deep understanding this technology, want a data, we can provide. Okay. So also we conduct the safety studies. It's the product. By looking all these studies, it's a very safe product to use because it's naturally occur in the plant. Okay, so for the AIM studies, it's negative. The past studies also negative. Show all the studies are it's a negative. Okay, especially have very mild irritation on the skin. Okay. And another issue is when people using the skin whitening product in their formulation, the major challenge is the stability and color change. Okay, this is how the scientists, the formulators, when they talking about a whitening product, they all want to make sure it's stable. The product color won't change. So if you look at this product at 0 weeks, all the product we're using, all the market standard of skin whitening product, they are all stable. But after 12 weeks, you look at the hydroquinone and the kojic acid, the color starting change, okay? But if you look at the 32 weeks and the 72 weeks, most of the product, they're not stable. They all change color, okay? Only HCA is very stable. It's still beautiful white, okay? So this tells you the product, we can guarantee the product's very stable in the formulation without even worry, okay? Okay, just quickly summarize this technology, okay? HCA4 demonstrated significant improvement in the ability of terracenous inhibition when compared with kojic acid, and also further in the reduction in skin pigmentations, redness, wrinkles, in compared with the traditional skin whitening actives. And the patent vehicle that shows enhanced skin penetration due to increased bioactivities. It also shows minimum metabolism in the skin. Our visual clinical study on the mixed panels, actually we are using Caucasians, we're using Asians, we're using all different panels to demonstrate significant effect on the skin tones, brightening age spots, reducing the skin redness, and also reducing the appearances, and the lines underneath the eyes, okay? So it's much stable in the final formulation compared with other actives, and it's very safe to use. Okay, that's the end of my presentation, and I think it's I don't have a lot of time, but there's a lot to say, a lot to talk about it and discuss. And again, we haven't launched in Asia yet. This is the first time I'm talking in Asia, and hopefully we'll have more data and more study to show the customers. And thank you very much.